not saying this to crap on anybody. I'm not trying to crack on Dr. Umar. Okay. What I am going to say is this is not good. It's not good when you've taken so much money from people and you didn't produce the product. I do fundraising for mutual aid. We produce the events. We produce the product. I've done fundraising for documentary. We're almost home stretch with that. We should have a teaser coming for you guys pretty shortly, but we produce. And based on what I saw from Dr. Umar recently in a new video, it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. And my big concern is, what about all the people who donated money to this school that he has said for years he was going to open? Do they get their money back? How does this work? Now, I want to remind you where this all came from, okay? It was just, I think it was a week or two ago. I covered the story where Dr. Umar said that his bank accounts were frozen and they wouldn't give him money. So he was asking people to give him money through Apple Pay. Wood said Dr. Umar's scamming ass is going to jail. So just a reminder.
Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifa Tunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal. My personal PayPal account is Umar the Psychologist at yahoo.com. So that's paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, paypal.me/UmarThePsychologist, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, or hit my Apple Pay using my cell number 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858. I've never asked the people for $1. I have never asked the people for $1 in my life. I've only asked you to donate to the FDMG Academy for Boys. I don't have any sons. I have 2 daughters. So the FDMG campaign is a selfless project, mission, and service to provide our boys with the education that they deserve. But right now, I don't have any money because my account was frozen by my bank because someone has been trying to hack into my account, hack into FDMG Academy account. So the FDMG Academy account is frozen. My personal account is also frozen. That means we're going to lapse on our utility bills. We're going to lapse on our internet bill. We're going to lapse on a lot of our bills at FDMG. The bank is not giving me a timeline as to when the situation is going to be resolved.
So the name of the school is Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, and he's been talking about the school for years. Now, I don't expect someone to just open a school overnight. I understand that that does take time, but it's been a long time. It's been a long time. And when people offered, I guess, to help, he seemed to get a little heated. And I just want to show you guys here. Young shared this. Dr. Umar, I don't need no help outside of the team I got, which is filled with experts. So this is when he was talking to, I believe this is Lord Jamar.
You don't open up a school in a year or two. I don't know your brother's story, and I don't care to know it. I don't care to know it.
Why not, though? If it could be helpful to you, why wouldn't you care to know it if it could be helpful to you?
Brother, I have friends who own schools. Do you understand that? I have friends who own schools. So if I need to talk to someone who owns a school, I already got that. I got what I need. The only thing missing from my equation is enough funds to complete the task. That's it. That's it. The school is not open yet because I don't have enough funds to do it that way. I'm not going to no bank.
Maybe we need fundraising, different fundraising methods. Maybe the people that we go to.
We have that in place, but what I want you to understand, it takes time to build institutions. I ain't got no problem with where we are. I'm loving where we at. We got our plans done by the engineer. We got our electrician chosen. I'm meeting with my HVAC this weekend. I got my plumber on standby. Roofer did his job. Carpenter lined up. We doing what we need to do on the time frame we doing it in. I don't need no help outside of the team I got, which is filled with experts from the East Coast to the West Coast, brother.
Mm.
But none of those experts helped the school open. Like the school has not opened. It has been years. And apparently, according to the recent news, it is not going to open. So, you know, and I don't know if this was just a pride thing. Like he seemed pretty upset with Lord Jamar here, where I think Lord Jamar was just trying to offer a little bit of it. But I don't know. Like, do you need help? Like, do you need? And he seemed pretty taken aback by that.
Okay, brother. I mean, these are definitely the answers that people want to know. They want to.
I'm not interested in people. I'm interested in donors, brother.
Yeah, but in order for you to get donors, though, you're gonna have to satisfy these. Yes, brother. And how are you gonna get donors if you don't if I'm
disagree with you?
Listen. If I'm considering to be a donor, but I have certain questions that I want answered. I feel like that's legitimate.
Can I tell you why that's bullshit?
Why? Go ahead, please.
Respectfully. You've been
Respectfully.
raising money for 6.5 years, brother. If you ain't doing up by now, you ain't donating, and your question don't matter.
Yeah, quite defensive there. And really, like, I thought that Lord Jamar was asking a real question that, like, if people are interested in donating, they can't ask any questions. Like, what is the progress? Like, what's taking so long? Here's another one here from that same conversation. Shout out to Woods again. He received 16 years worth of donations, social media income, and speaking engagement money. Some even estimate he accumulated well over a couple million. Where did all that money go? Remember when Lord Jamar was asking Dr. Umar for transparency?
We raised the money, we bought the schools. What transparency you talk about? We raised the money, the little bit left is going to repair. What transparency you talk about? You think I'm gonna put the school bank account on YouTube?
Well, of course not. Of course not.
On Twitter? You think I'm gonna put the school bank account on Instagram? You out your damn mind.
I think they maybe want more of a timeline of when it might open or something like that.
Catering to the haters. Don't
No. It's not catering to the haters. We have to. Here's what we got. Here's what we got to do, though, brother. No. It's not about catering to the hate. I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing. I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing. Okay. We have to make sure we have to vet all of our people, bro. I got love for you, bro.
Everybody, then vet them other Negroes in the conscious community who ain't building shit.
We gonna get to them all, bro.
Jamar,
wait, we gonna get to them all.
Who else is building?
Jamar, don't discriminate.
Listen,
somebody built an institution from the grass.
Right.
Name somebody. You ain't got none of them. Name me a YouTuber doing what I'm doing. Any of them conscious dudes. Name one on my level. Name one builder. You crazy.
They can't
tie my sneaks, bro.
I can't.
So he's deflecting, right? So Dr. Umar is deflecting here because Lord Jamar is asking for transparency about his school. So he deflects to, well, none of these other, conscious activists are doing what I'm doing. Yeah, but they're not there right now. They're not a part of the interview either. So it was just, that's what I meant about being defensive, right?
My name is my father-in-law.
How many they kept out of jail, bro? They're not building shit.
Right. So
through the grass, what have they built, bro? Who you know in the conscious movement built an institution? Answer that. Nobody. I'm the only one in my generation doing it.
Well, you're building it. It's not built
bro.
yet, though. It's
not
built.
Be there. Don't you worry about it. You be the first one there. Trust me.
Beautiful. Listen. Let's move. I want to talk about your book real quick. Let's talk about your book, the Black Parent Advocate.
Yes, sir.
And he calmed down at that point when the discussion pivoted to his book and not that school. Here's the thing. When you take, it looks like millions, hundreds of thousands of dollars from people and you don't produce, people are going to ask questions, right? So now he is saying that not only is the school not opening, but that the school is being auctioned. I kid you not. Peep it, fam.
On August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a notice to auction off the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy campus for unpaid vacant property registration fees. I repeat, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a lien to auction off the campus we bought, the campus we've been working on for 6.5 years. I was not notified of this. We were not notified of this. This past weekend, without an email, this past weekend, without a letter in the mail, this past weekend, without a phone call, the city of Wilmington put a notice on the door handle of both of our schools, informing me that if we don't pay the past due vacant property registration fees and outstanding utilities by the 25th of Black August, they will sell our campus.
Let me explain something, folks. First of all, it doesn't get to that point unless quite a bit of time has gone by. Like, the city just doesn't show up one day and say, yeah, we're going to just auction off this building. I mean, like, that means you must have owed a lot of money and you weren't making those payments. So again, it's like you were getting all these donations from other people. Where did that money go? And it's just ridiculous here. Like, I'm just trying to tell you guys, they don't come in and say, we're going to auction this building out of nowhere. And even usually then you would have received notices. You would have received failure to pay, first notice, second notice, third notice, final notice. I mean, they usually give you a heads up. They don't do this out of nowhere. And I just find it interesting that here it is about a week or two after he said his bank accounts were frozen. And now he comes out with this video where he is telling people that the school is going to be auctioned off, which means not only is the school not going to open, but for all the people who donated money to that school, they basically got played. Ugh.
Brothers and sisters, can I ask you a question? Why were we not notified that they were going to try to sell our campus? Brothers and sisters, why are they trying to sell our campus at the very moment that our accounts are frozen?
I'm sorry, that is not how this works. Like, I don't know who is buying this. That's not how it works, you guys. They don't just say, oh, we're just going to auction off the school and no one is notified. That's not how it works. And talk to people who worked in city planning. I have friends that have worked in like the city offices, the city jobs. That's not what happens. So there's part of the story that he's not telling, and I'm going to show you a little bit more that he doesn't say in this video.
Brothers and sisters, is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that the city of Wilmington is trying to sell properties that we own and have been working on continuously behind our backs? They were going to sell our schools behind our backs. They didn't even tell us that they were going to try to sell our schools. We received no notice in the mail. We received no notice by email. We received no phone calls at all that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door handle.
You receive bills. There are bills that you have to pay with the building. You can't just not pay the bills and expect. Let me hush.
Somebody stole one set of notifications and sent it to the YouTubian struggle streamers. Somebody stole the Frederick Douglass High School paperwork off the front door and sent it to the struggle streamers. But luckily for us, Sister Ra Ebony was able to get the paperwork off the Marcus Garvey School before the haters stole that paperwork. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe that they were going to sell the school and they wanted to sell the school before we found out. I believe that they wanted to sell the school before we found out. We were not supposed to know that they were going to sell our school. Why do I say that? We were given no notification. We received no letter in the mail. We received no email. We received no phone call that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door in a low-income neighborhood. They put a notice on the door with rubber band and masking tape. They put a notice on the school front door with a rubber band and masking tape.
That's not uncommon either. What are they supposed to use with the notices? That's not uncommon. So here, let me show you something else, guys. Let me show you this, okay? It says that Dr. Umar's school has 99 problems. So let's get into this a little bit. This is the other part that he's not getting into. Dr. Umar Johnson might be about to face his biggest test yet, and it's not a meme, snow bunny, or lecture in sight. Word on the street is that FDMG Academy, they do not even have a website anymore, is tangled up in some serious trouble. The city of Wilmington reportedly ready to snatch the keys if $76,000 in unpaid water bills, penalties, and fees aren't paid up. What did I tell you? It goes on to say here, there are reportedly 2 court judgments, writs of motion, and the sheriff's office sitting on standby. This bad boy is allegedly going to auction. It kind of sucks, but let me pose a question at the end of this writing. What happened to the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy for Black Boys? Umar hasn't said a lot, but checking this float online, and that's the video that I just showed you. So there are 2 court judgments. There were unpaid water bills, penalties, and fees. When you don't pay those bills, the city can come and take your shit. That's how this works. So the call is coming from inside. He trying to make it seem like a conspiracy. This ain't no conspiracy. You ain't pay no damn bills. And it's just, you know, I know something. Come on, guys. We know a scam when we see one. And that'll happen to you too. It would happen to you. If you bought a building or you were starting a business or whatever, you bought property and you weren't paying those fees, you weren't paying the water bill, all those things, it would happen to you too. So the question is, where did all the money go? Where did all the money go? Where did it go? Black Beauty said he is lying. He did a video a few months ago explaining this registration matter. See that? And there you go. Like it just, I don't, you know, I just don't get this. And this is the sad part. People who believed. Mike Bagg says the Dr. Umar school debacle has me conflicted ideologically. I donated to the school and had a vested interest in what it would represent. Although I stepped away from Pan-Africanism, I still wanted to see that school come to fruition because it would have set a precedent in group economics. I'm not going to sit online and bash the man or use this as an opportunity to gain clout from the situation. It's easy to criticize from the comfort of your phone. While I don't agree with everything Umar does, I do believe in group economics and reclaiming power through education. It would have been incredible to see the school succeed, as it would have been the first of its kind. So this is someone who donated to the school. And it's just so what happens to all that money? What happens? Someone let me know. If you're watching and you're a lawyer, or you guys know someone that's a lawyer that specializes in this particular type of law, if you take money from people to produce said project, event, school, I don't know, and you don't produce it, what happens to the people who gave you their money? This is not a conspiracy, Dr. Umar. The call is coming from inside the house. Hey guys, this was a Sabby clip. If you like what you saw, hit that like button and subscribe.